Hello there and welcome to my channel. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. It is yet another lazy day as I continue throughout my pregnancy. I'm 5.5 months in, so it is sweatshirt day for sure. Today we're gonna be talking about our first month on Airbnb. Isaac isn't with me today because he's at football practice. I'm gonna be talking about how our first month went. First off, things have been going great. I want to say that this has been definitely the best investment I feel like I could have made because it doesn't really take that much to manage with automation. We've been using Guesty for Hosts to send out our automatic messages. That's something that we mentioned in the last video, and it has been a godsend. It sends out every message that we need the day that they book, 3 days before they check in, the day after they check in. It also sends them the checkout rules. So that has been phenomenal. If you are an Airbnb host or if you're about to become an Airbnb host, definitely look into Guesty for Hosts. Next, I have been using my AirDNA to figure out what everybody in the area has been charging. On average, in the Canyon Lake area, it looks like people are charging around $187 a day. What I've been doing is I've been charging $187 a day during the week, but on the weekends, I've been raising the price to $250, so that way I know that I'm gonna get a higher income whenever I have those people booking on the weekends. It has been working, people have still been booking it, so I'm really happy. I want to talk about our month-long guests that we had. On our listing, we have that we don't allow pets, and I gave an exception for these guests, and they treated our place so well. I went in the day after they had checked out and after the cleaner came through just to service the hot tub and make sure everything was looking great. There were no damages. It didn't smell like an animal had been in there. There was no hair on the furniture. It was phenomenal. And I expected that because they had such great reviews already on Airbnb, but I was like, man, I didn't know what to expect, but I really wanted that booking. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And on top of that, the negative side of this, we did have our worst guest come through. We have had 10 guests. About our third guest came through and they ruined the sheets because it looks like they spilled like some sort of Kool-Aid with Malibu in it walking down the stairs because I saw it splattered on the stairs. We were actually out of town whenever we got the message from the cleaners saying it is impossible to get this red liquid out of the towels, and the sheets were salvageable, but they had used towels, sheets, pillows, and pillowcases to dry up this red substance. The cleaner that we had that day was a new one, so I don't think that she knew how many pillows we had. I went into the house and the first thing I noticed was we had 6 pillows. Now we only have 4. And the guests also unplugged the Wi-Fi, which I was like, I've got to fix the situation because they unplugged the Wi-Fi and I think that they just went and threw away the pillows because they probably thought that they were ruined. But I don't think that they were actually ruined because I had a waterproof protector on them, on all of the pillows. So I was like, oh my God, if they just like went and threw away these pillows and I can't even check the cameras because they turned off the Wi-Fi, like what? So we lost pillows, we lost towels. Then also we went to go service the hot tub and the hot tub looked like sweet tea. It was that brown. And my husband and I were just expecting to show up and do like a 1 hour like walk through, clean, and like drop off some stuff. The hot tub was in awful condition and we had someone checking in the next day. We also realized the cleaner or the guest forgot to put out the trash can. So there were piles and piles of trash that we had to go dump elsewhere. Since they weren't picked up and we had someone checking in the next day, we couldn't wait until the next Wednesday to dump all the trash. And then I started draining the hot tub. It took about 2-ish hours to drain the hot tub. There was like a bunch of gross stuff all over the edges. I don't know what they did. I don't know what they put in there, but I scrubbed it all. We finally got it out. 2 hours later, the hot tub was filled and rechlorinated and alkalinity and pH was all set. Hot tub was fine. That's what I told my husband. I was like, I guess the upside about this is we have a hot tub that isn't in ground, that we can drain really easily and clean really easily. And even though it took us like 5 hours of work out in the summer heat, I was able to get it clean. It was definitely not worth that stay. It was unfortunate because I had communicated with them a bunch of times and I had even talked to them on the phone. I thought that they were gonna be great. They were really communicative at first, but I wish that they would have just kind of let me know what had happened, because I would have been able to prepare for it and maybe even send a family member over there to help me out while I was out of the country, really. Getting down to the nitty-gritty of things, I'm gonna go pull up my insights on Airbnb. In the last month, we have earned $6,208. And that is double what we were expecting. It really did come from that guest that booked the entire month, which was a godsend. Thank you so much to her and her family for booking our place. Like, they were phenomenal. We are also expecting an additional $10,000 already for the nights that we have booked coming up for the rest of the year. I am projecting right now that the month of August is supposed to be bringing in roughly $3,000. So it's right at that goal, but I mean, it's the 4th of August right now. I've had 2 people already stay at the Airbnb this month, and I'm really hoping that I at least get like 1 more weekend booked or a few weekdays, and that will allow me to hit my goal. But so far, the update for y'all is I suggest it. If you have an extra room in your house, if you own a house that doesn't have an HOA or restrictions for short-term or mid-term rentals, I highly suggest it right now. I think that it's a great market to get into. I really haven't had to do much work aside from communicating with my cleaners, sometimes communicating with guests, but most of the time, like, I feel like I've streamlined my process to where I really don't have very many questions. I had the most questions my first few bookings, and since then I really haven't had any. And whenever I go clean the hot tub, that's it. And I've even started thinking about considering hiring someone to do like a weekly clean on the hot tub and see how much that would cost, because it might actually save me time and maybe even money for my 45-minute commute there to cleaning the hot tub. I mean, gas prices are up, so it might actually make more sense for me to hire someone to just go out and chlorinate the hot tub. I'm gonna start considering that. The only other thing that I think that I need to like work on is maybe adding a few more things to the kitchen. Since I have the guests that stayed for a whole month, they were like, oh, you should add more cooking sheets, you should add an additional colander and a few other things. And I was really happy that they provided me with that kind of insight on what I should add. And I actually brought it to them in the middle of their stay. Oh, they also asked about a toaster oven. So I brought them a toaster oven. They had access to all of that. I wanted to make sure that they were really enjoying their experience, and they had been thinking of cooking things that I would never think that someone would be cooking in an Airbnb, but if they're staying there for a whole month, of course, you're gonna wanna make pasta. I'm really enjoying this experience. I'm looking forward to what the future is gonna hold for this place. If you want to book my Airbnb, please check the link in the description. If you send me a message, I'll give you a deal. I'm just over here trying to make some extra money before I pop out a baby, and I'm not working full time while I'm on leave. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.